Welcome back to my channel. This is Sue from ems.nails and Beauty Whirl, and today I've got the Desire collection with me, so a lovely selection of reds. So let's hope we can pronounce some of these. We've got Candy Apple, we have Geisha, and we have Dorothy, Desire, Laura 3 and Berry. So I did better on this one, so no hard names. As you all know, I have unprepped clear tips so I can see the colour depth, saturation. I always do it on an unprepped tip because I'm not going to waste all my products, and it's all intents and purposes. This is just so I get to know the product. I can share my experiences and what I think of the product with yourselves. Once again, as the disclaimer, I am not affiliated with Gellifique. They do not pay me for anything I say, and anything I do have to say is my own personal opinion only. And I hope that the information that you gather from the video helps once you come to source these products yourself. Now, this is 6 reds, and there is another red within the collection from Gellifique, which is really red, which is called Hot Red. So what I'll do at the end is, because these look very similar, so Candy Apple and Hot Red to me look identical. So I've got a pop of already my Hot Red, and I don't think they've renamed or rebranded Hot Red, because you wouldn't really need to. It's such a beautiful red as it is, but I'll have a look and I will let you know. I don't think so at this moment, but as you can see and I can see, they look identical. But I shall let you know as we're going on. So I've brought in the trusty laptop and I shall have a look. So I'm not going to pop that one just in case they have renamed it, because then I can't send it back. So I'm going to go in with Geisha. Now, once again, these cure for 60 seconds or 120 seconds in an LED UV lamp. See, now reds are really difficult, because how do you describe red? It's red. So I just have to do it this way, and I see how it goes on in the first instance, which this one is the same consistency as we expect from Gellifique. So it goes on lovely and smooth. That's just the one coat, and that's looking pretty already. So I'm going to pop that one in for a 30-second cure, and I'm just going to hop straight on. I'll just pull them back out once they're done. Right, this is Dorothy. Now we can see, obviously Dorothy has got a lot of glitter to her. So she's got fine glitter and heavy glitter, or larger glitter. So she still looks like she's a thinner consistency than others we've had, which was Mrs. Claus. That was a very thick. Even on the website it said that it was a medium consistency. There is no way that's medium. Mrs. Claus. Now Dorothy is a thin to medium, and you get even coverage of the small to the medium size. Oh, I'm at it again. I just don't. I can't think today. Well, when can I ever think? So you get an even distribution of the glitter that is inside. Right. Yes, I'm pushing me luck. I've got 2 bottles open. Right, so my second coat of this one. See now, this one looks like Red Hot as well. So I'm going to have to put this also next to Red Hot, because that looks identical to my Red Hot. Oops, sorry, destroying the place. So back in with the second coat of this. This is a lovely Christmas red. So just putting it on thin again, and you just get a better coverage with all of the glitters. So it just adds to it. So, am I in shot? See, I've still got the same setup, but I've changed my camera around. So I'm just hoping that it's not as much faffing as I had on the first time. Right, so this is a geisha, and that's the first one I've popped. And then the second one that's coming out is Dorothy. Dorothy? Yes, Dorothy. Right, so we'll come on with Desire now. Let me move that one out of the way. Desire looks more like a pinky red, so let's have a look. Looks like a raspberry red, but not quite raspberry. Let's see what it looks like on the clear tip. So it does have a different hue to it, a different undertone. More of a pink undertone than the red undertone. But we'll see what that looks like after its second coat. So let's bring Dorothy back out, and that's Dorothy looking gorgeous. So there is a few that you could use for Christmas, so I'm hoping that this video gets out before Christmas is upon us. Right, so the one I've got in at the moment is Desire. So she's just coming out now, and we'll pop our second coat on her. See, to me that's more like an undertone of pink, and definitely turns into the red once you're getting the second coat on. Nice red in itself, Desire, so definitely not a lady of the night, which is more this colour, so you can see a little bit darker Desire. So pop her in, and she can have a little 30-second cure. Right, so I've got Laura 03. I apologise, Gellifique, if I'm not pronouncing these correctly. Oh, no, that was quite dark, that one. It's like a dark blood. So probably got a brown undertone to it. So still a red. I would say personally you wouldn't need this amount of reds within your collection. Not if they're all going to be so similar, but we can have a look at the end and you can make your own decision just like I do. So let's pull back out Desire. I actually quite like Desire. That may become one of my little favourites in there. Not a massive red person, as the people who've watched this channel know. but I can be persuaded. Right, I'm just going to log on to the Gellifique site and have a look at what it says about this candy apple and this red hot. Now, if it's saying that they're two different ones, then I will pop it and I'll pop them side by side. So while that's loading, I'm going to come in with the second, and as you can see, I'm taking most of everything off. So let's just take that back bubble off so it doesn't drip. So that's all I've got on for this. You don't need loads. This stuff really does go a long, long way. See, this is why I've got gloves on. I've got a messy head on today. Not having a good day with my shakes. So that one can go in. So we thought, instead of having, even though I know I have no problem with these gels touching my skin, I don't particularly want to be having it on me for that long. So I'm going to just bring up the Gellifique site whilst I am on with you. And then the last one, oh, I may as well wait for this one to come out. I'm all over the place. Right, so this is a Laura 3. And so take most of it back off my brush. And just needed a little bit more, because that was dragging too much. Right, so this is our second coat of Laura 3. And as always, I'll do the comparisons at the end for you to see, and I'll put them all side by side. Oops, yes, I'm definitely having a go at wrecking the salon today. Right, so while that's in, I'm just going to bring up Red Hot. Right, so Red Hot is still called Red Hot. Right, so, and it is not saying that it's changed its name. And this Candy Apple, right, Candy Apple is coming up as an individual as well. And that is saying no. So they're saying Candy Apple. Yeah, they're saying Candy Apple is different to Red Hot. So I will pop Candy Apple and we can have a look. Right, so where were we up to? Right, so that was Laura 3. I'm going to take these two off of here. Right. And we'll go in with this beautiful berry. This looks like berries that are on your wreaths that have got a little Christmas sparkle too. So that's a little bit darker. It's not as red in its outer appearance, but I do like how many little fine glitters they've got in there. So you can see it is a different colour going onto the tip. It is a little bit darker than the rest of the reds in this collection. And this is the Desire collection. So that's our first coat of berry. Do like that one. Right, so 30 seconds in there. Right, and then this Candy Apple. Dicing with death, here are my ladies. Right, so Candy Apple, just going to pop a little bit on. This is very, very, very red, but so is Red Hot. And so have a couple of these been. I'm just wiping off the little bit I had on the end of my brush that I didn't want on them. Right, so very, very thin application once again. I've got a little bit of, there it goes. Let's get rid of that over there. Don't want that contaminating the pot. Right, and we'll come back with our second berry. Now I do like this one. And so it does have a little bit more of a darker tone to it. Than what we've seen in the rest of this collection here. So I'm happy with that. Oops. On a whole, I actually think that's a really nice colour. I would have that within a collection if I wasn't, you know, if I didn't buy like all of them anyway. I would actually order that one. Right, so let's come back with our second candy apple. So most of it off the brush, took too much off. Right, just pull this down. Let that settle. Well, at least I haven't knocked any all over the table today, so I haven't lost any today. So that is Berry, and that's its final colour. Right, so that is that little lot there. So obviously candy apple is going to be the separate one. So this one's got more of a raspberry tone to it. This is very, very red and a darker red. Obviously you've got the inclusion of micro sparkle and then your glitters in that one. So let's just bring out candy apple. Was it candy apple? Yeah. Right, so you can see candy apple is different to the other red. So what I'm going to do is get another pop and bring out hot red. Right, so you can see new tip, and this is the original red hot that I've had for quite a while, and this is my Lady of the Night red, and it really is a lush red. All my ladies love this red. So first layer down, once again thin application, leave that a second, almost a little bit, that'll do me head in. Right, and let's pop that in. Now this red hot, I've been ordering Gellifique for a year now. This is my second pot of this red, so that's how much my ladies like it. But I do have a few colours that I've ordered second lots through. So, you know, it's all going to depend upon your client base at the end of the day, what are going to be their favourite colours. Mine just have a lot to choose from, which doesn't help the old timing go so well when they're having so much choice. And so my red lady's probably going to kill me for ordering all of these reds, because now she won't know which one she wants, and I have them separated in the book, in my display book. So she'd be like, you've got the same colour all over the place. No, I haven't. They're all different reds. Right, so that is the original red hot. So we have a candy apple, and then we've got geisha, and then we have Dorothy, a Desire, a Laura 3, oops, and then this one is Berry. This one hiding all the way over here is my original red hot. So I'm going to pop hair out and then have a look. So I'm going to compare hair. Right. If they say that they're different, then I would like to see how. Because I don't know about you guys there. Just trying to bring it into different lights within the salon. But I'm going to say they're exactly the same. So for me, if you can see a difference on screen, then yep. So that's the Candy, and that's the original Red Hot. So Red Hot is definitely different to Geisha, as she is to all the others. So if you've got Red Hot in your collection, you've got Geisha, and then you've got Desire, and then you've got Laura 3. So you can make up your mind there. But for me, I definitely wouldn't, unless you can see a difference, let me know in the comments below. I would not be ordering Candy Apple. And I will probably drop Gellifique a message to ask them, but their site is actually saying it is not the same, and it hasn't been renamed, and it hasn't been anything. They are selling them as two separate colours. So I am going to pop the top coat on, and I will be back to show you the final product. So they've all had their top coat. Now, before I said that Desire had a little bit of a raspberry look to it. And that got me thinking, because we have one called Raspberry in our collection. And even though it does look a little bit different, oh, I think it is a lot different. Now I've brought it out, but I may as well. Yeah, it's very different. So the Raspberry that is already out anyway, you'll be able to see the difference between that and the Desire, because Raspberry is more pink in colour than Desire. I'd say Desire is more of the raspberry colour that I would know, but I'll let you see, I'll let you judge for yourselves. So I have asked another person within the house, and they have said that Candy Apple and Red Hot to them look absolutely identical. So please let me know in the comments below if you can see any difference on the screen, or whether you know any different to me. I'm not perfect, none of us are, and I don't claim to know Gellifique ins and outs. I'm just like you, I just buy them. I just choose to upload my opinions, and that's all they are, is my opinion. So that is a raspberry, which is already out anyway. So we're just going to wait for that to come out. I'm going to top coat it, and then I'll show you the full set once I've got them all done. So raspberry's out, and compared to Desire is very much more on the pink side. So I've clarified that for myself. I'm happy with that. So Candy Apple and the original Red Hot. This one's Candy Apple and this is Red Hot. To me, they're absolutely identical. So I'm not 100% sold on that one. These are beautiful, as with all the collection from Gellifique, but do you really require this many reds? So we will go through with what is the classic red. So you can see that obviously there's a difference there, and there's a difference there. So do you need all of these reds in your collection? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm hoping that you'll be able to tell from this little clip that I've done is, you know, whether you prefer the classic red of Red Hot or Candy Apple, or yeah, Candy Apple, as that one's called, over the Desire, oh no, Laura 3 or Desire. I think this one's really, really pretty as an alternative to reds. But that is the Desire collection, which is them 6 there. So let me know in the comments below what you think of it. And once again, I thank you for continually supporting this little venture of mine. And if you give me a thumbs up and click on the bell, then every time I upload a new video on Gellifique and the polish, well, the gels that they've got coming out or I've bought, then you'll be able to see them for yourselves, either before you buy them or just as a nosy. See if what I say compares to what you think with the ones that you have at home. I'd be interested to hear. So I will put the pictures up at the end of the video, and I will see you in the next one. All take care now.